Welcome to Engineering Scale Models presents Cool Tools. I have got a interesting tool here, and I'm hoping I can get it filmed with the side camera and all this good stuff. But I had got this for a totally different purpose. Actually, I got a different tool for a totally different purpose, and I discovered how helpful it is going to be for scale modeling. And it's a combination of tools, but I think this is the main thing that makes it worth it and is going to make it scale model relatable. Now, before I open this, I just want to talk about a jeweler's bench pen. This is what one looks like. This is a very cheap one. It came with my wax kit, and it bolts onto the front of your table. I'm going to show you with the side camera here. The little side camera. It bolts onto the front of your table, and then you can, if I can show that, and then you can put your piece there, and you can saw it, you can file it. This is also good for cleaning up styrene. You can get in there and sand it, and it's a nice thing. A little weak, moves, very cheap. You can get in there with your jewelry saw and cut out some styrene plastic and all that good stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's fantastic. So I do a lot of styrene work. I make a lot of stuff with styrene, and cutting out circles, cutting out interior holes with the jewelry saw is a very nice thing. I've carved up Space Marines many times with jewelry saws with the fine teeth. You can get all kinds of different fine teeth jewelry saws, 144 of them in here. They're very fine. This is a wax one here. This is when I cut my wax, and you can see here it's a wax piece I've carved that I'm going to make a mold of for a friend of mine. But let's talk about this one I got. It is a jewelry's bench pen. It's from New Concepts. It is a steel one, and it has a lot of different features. So here's what it looks like, and it would clip on the end of your bench like this. You can see in the little camera, and you can work on it, but you need to either bolt a dovetail plate to your bench, or you can get their little thing right here that clips onto your base. I'll get into mine. Fits, but I need to make a few modifications. But you lock this down, it doesn't move. I mean, it's on there. You clip on your little base right there, if you can see this. And now you have this little piece here that you can put your styrene rod in, like so, and you can come in here with your jewelry saw and you can cut your pieces off there. You can come in at different angles and cut different angles with this piece here. You can set it up to different angles. It also has little studs to line up a flex shaft, and the stuff is all movable. Like this comes off like so, and you can move it to different locations to get different angle cuts and things like that. So that is this nifty little thing. Now, what made me want to get one of these? Oh, I got it to carve out some wax I needed to do, working on a project for my wife, a little pendant I'm going to cast in resin. That I'm going to cast in resin for her. We're all locked up in our houses, so we're just making weird stuff. So, and then it comes off, so you can scoot back up to your desk pretty easily. Now, like I said, you can put these fine tooth jewelry blades. These are just so cheap. You can cut plastic with them, you can cut metal, whatever you need to do. But say you have a 350 scale ship like ELST here, And you have a sidewall here. I know there's one in here. Where are we at here? Here we go. So you have your little sidewall here, and you want to cut out this door and have this door open with some photo etch around it. Now, that's hard to see, but you want to cut out this door and have some photo etch around it. Well, you drill a small hole in here, and you can do this while it is still on the sprue to give you support. But you could put it on here like this, drill a small hole in the door, feed your saw blade through there, and cut that door out perfectly, and just do a little bit of cleanup, and it'll go relatively smoothly. So I had originally planned on using the mini mill for that technique, but the work involved to make a fixture to hold it for one time was a little bit more of a hassle than I had thought. And when I got the stuff to do the wax carvings to make molds, I was like, wow, this bench pen and saw thing, that's gonna work out pretty well. And then, say you want to carve up some Space Marines arms, hands, guns, this is a great platform because you can put the blade in here, you can support the part in multiple different directions and angles, hold it down, and still be able to cut it off. So, like I said, this is from New Concepts. This is their dovetail mount, the magnetic one. They also have one with an anvil on it that you can bang on it. So this is the one with the magnet. It was a little bit cheaper. I didn't get the anvil one. And then this clips on, and I know it's in the way when you're modeling, but you just pop it off, set it to the side, and you can move back up with no issues. Now, another thing that is popularized with this plate right here by itself is Fordham makes flex shaft rotary tools. And they make a thing called a bench mate. It's rather pricey. It's a couple $100. It's about $400. But it clips on this dovetail joint, and it gives you an articulating arm to hold your flex shaft in. And you can use it as a lathe. You can use it as a grinder, buffer, anything you need. It's got all kinds of support. It's got ways to hold things in different angles. You can hold round parts and things like that. So it would clip on this dovetail. There's also other features that clip onto the dovetail that you can have. You can have a little table for your little vise. There's all kinds of stuff from GRS products that can clip onto one of these dovetail plates. This New Concept dovetail plate. So I'm going to look at getting some of them in the future. I sent an email to GRS to see if they wanted to hook me with a discount code or something to show these on my channel. But I'm interested in getting, one of these. They also have a great flex shaft. Fordham has a great flex shaft that has a little power hammer on it. So, little things like that would come in handy in scale modeling if you want to take the time, if you have the money to set it all up and stuff. I have to make a few modifications to this. I need to be able to go into the back hole here, but the nut is a little bigger to go against my lip of my table. So I'm going to make those adjustments now, and then this will be all set up and ready to go. But that's going to do it for this. A quick little cool tool is the New Concepts dovetail bench pen mount, dovetail mount, and their actual stainless steel bench pen. This is product number 325.100. It's a New Concept bench pen. And this one is the 350.100 mag. It is a New Concept dovetail bench clamp with magnet. And like I said, they have one with a built-in anvil, but I was worried about depth of my bench, that it wouldn't fit. But now that I know that this fits with, it's very modification. Like it has, you could flip this over and have a totally different gripping manner, and you would be able to, you know, grip it on thick benches, on thin benches, you know, whatever you may need. So that's that. That's going to do it for this Cool Tools video. You can reach me at these social media links. You can also support the channel on Patreon. All these links are in the description below. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much, and you have a fantastic day.